Hello everybody. So today I am going to be playing along with the Scraptember 2022 and what they do for that, if you're not familiar with it, is each day they give you basically one little challenge that you are supposed to incorporate into your layout. So today, for the 8th day of the month, which today is September 8th, as I am making this, not sure when you're going to be watching this video, maybe today, maybe not. The challenge is multi-photo. So I don't generally find this super hard to do multiple photos. However, I had a cute little idea for this multi-photo layout today. And in order to make this work, I am pulling out one of my June 2022 Flavor of the Month kit from the scrap room. And this was the Let's Get Crafty by Simple Stories, I believe, right? Yep, by Simple Stories kit that I got from the scrap room. Here's my little doodads that I have to work with the kit. And also I'm using the June cut file from the scrap room Flavor of the Month as well to create this layout. So I've got 3 little kind of goofy pictures from a couple of different times that we went to the beach. I think it's actually 3 different times where we went to the beach. But this is a silly photo of me making a silly face, but that's okay. One of me on the beach, and then this is the beach at Galveston. So those are the 3 pictures that I plan on using. And then I really don't know, other than using this cut file, I really don't know how I'm going to lay out the page. I don't know exactly which papers I'm going to use, but we have this pretty floral here, and then on the back it's got this really cool like craft mat. We've got this beautiful floral here. Love that floral on the back of that. It's got kind of like a grid pattern. We've got the rainbow, which is adorable, and we all love rainbow. On the back of that, we've got some black and white triangles, and then we have some craft cardstock. So this is what I have to work with. This is my cut file. It's got a cute little journal type page up here, and then it says create a life you love. And so I know for sure what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this cut file, and I'm going to use this kit. And let me just go ahead and kind of try to figure out what I'm going to do here, what papers I'm going to use, and then I will come back and show you my idea, okay? All right, so this is what I have decided on for the background. I took one of those craft pieces of cardstock, cut it down to 11.5 by 11.5, and then I made a border with the beautiful striped paper that came in that scrap room kit. And that is all I've done so far. I did gut the striped paper. As you can see, the other part is here. And I think for the bottom part of the cut file, what I'm going to do is I am going to put the word part on this striped paper, and I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to back this cut file with this. And then when I come back, after I do that, I'm going to come back and we'll look through what I want to do with this part. I have an idea of what I think I want to use, but I'm not quite positive yet. So give me a second to back these words, and then we'll come back and kind of talk through what I'm thinking for the little book part. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so here's where I am at. I went ahead and used my X-Acto knife and cut out all the little inside parts of this, and so this looks really cute. I really like that. So now what I am thinking about are these 2 pieces right here, which is the little book that comes with it. So when I look at the papers, I've always been really drawn to this. I really like this, and so I was thinking maybe something along the lines of this for the insides of these pages. However, I really also like this floral. So I want to kind of figure a way to use the floral. I could do it here for the inner part here of the page. We'll see. I'm going to play around with it just a little bit. On the back of this also, it has some florals that I may end up cutting out so that we can use for a little bit of decoration. We do have the little pack of decorations that came with the kit, which is right here. It's got a few little floral things and a few puffy bits here. So I'm definitely going to look through that to see what I can use. But I think mainly this might be what I do. We'll see. I'm going to kind of play around with it and see what I want to do, because I also really like this. I don't know. But I'm thinking that, and then this will be somewhere along the bottom and it will all match up really nice. So let me go ahead and just kind of cut these out and get these pieces backed with the papers that I choose. I'm going to kind of play around with them just a little bit to see what I like, because I'm just not quite sure yet. So give me a few and I will be back. All right, so I have my cut file completely backed. I was able to use a little bit of that cute floral pattern up there. So at this point I have the great big title, and then I have these two little pieces up here. So as I was working through some of my ideas here, I see most people just kind of do it like this. I kind of want to, I mean, there isn't much you can do, but I kind of want to maybe go off my page a little bit like this. Maybe do something like that, and then have this overlap a bit this way. So I'm kind of thinking I could do it centered, or I could do it off to the side here, but I do kind of like the idea of these kind of being on a little bit of a diagonal here. They don't have to be quite so much, but I kind of like that idea. So this might be the layout that I'm thinking about doing on the page. And then with the portraits or photos, I guess, I really kind of wanted to create two little scrapbook pages. So here and here. And I was thinking this one could go kind of over on this side, since it's just me by myself. And then I was thinking something like this on this side, and then I could decorate each little page like its own little scrapbook page. So that is kind of where my thought process is going here for this layout. And I have these cute little puffies here. Got a nice floral, and then there's a few more embellishments in here that I could use. Plus I also have this sheet here. Oops, not that one. This sheet here with a bunch of florals that I could cut out as well if I need more florals. So I do have that. So I'm thinking of just kind of trying to work out a couple of little scrapbook pages right here. So that's my idea. Not quite sure how that's all going to work out at this point and how I'm going to use what I've got here, but give me a second to just kind of play around, maybe get these big pieces at least down where I know I want them, and then I'll be right back and we can play around with some embellishments. All right, I'm back. I got a little bit overly excited and started to map my photos before I turn my camera back on, as I often do. I just had some ideas about what I wanted to do, so I'm going to be working on the left-hand side of the little, what I call the little scrapbook up there first. And I already picked out the embellishments and everything. Like I said, I got a little overly excited and started working and forgot to turn my camera on. So here I am, I'm just matting the photo. I matted it once in the rainbow striped sheet, and then I wanted some more of that floral, that green and yellow floral. I just think that's just so pretty, and I wanted a little bit more of it. So I did a little bit thicker of a mat around the single photo that's going to be on the left-hand side. And I'm going to go ahead and scuff up the edges. I like things to look a little messier, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then that photo is going to sit somewhere around that area. I found a couple of pieces of ephemera, and then that floral that I'm setting right there next to the photo, I actually cut that out of the floral paper that I showed you before. It's actually the back of that pink craft mat paper. And so I cut a few of those florals out. You see me here, I missed a little piece, so I trimmed that off, and now I'm scuffing up the edges a little bit. Sometimes when I'm working with finer pieces, I'll use my scissors rather than my scuffer tool, or I will use my fingernails. It just seemed to not be working very well with the scissors, so I needed a little bit more control, so then I will use my fingernails to kind of scuff that up. And at the moment, I'm just kind of setting things there. I will glue it down off camera, and it'll be pretty much in this spot. There, I think I have glued them down already, so everything is pretty much in that spot. Right there, I'm grabbing one of the foam stickers, and it says Happy Girl on it, and I placed that down in the bottom right hand corner of the photo. My title has adhesive foam on the back, but it is not stuck down yet, so I'm going to be moving that around a little bit, trying to figure out exactly where I want to put it. That happy title sticker I just had, I am going to put that on later, just not quite yet. I wasn't quite sure that I liked it that way, so I put it back just to think about it. So on the other two photos, I just went ahead and I matted them on just the striped paper. You can't see it very well on the camera, but you can see it pretty well in person. It helps the photos to stand out more against that pink background. So I did go ahead and mat those, just a really skinny little mat there. And then I had this piece of ephemera that had a banner, and then up on the top, it kind of had that heart and like a little, I don't know, I guess place to put some journaling. I decided I wanted to use it, but I wanted to stretch it all the way across or underneath the photo, kind of in that vertical way. And so I just trimmed around so that that heart could stick up over the photo and the other part can tuck down underneath. And then the banner can stick out on the bottom. And I really don't mind that pieces are sticking off the page of my little scrapbook pages. I kind of like how that looks. So I intentionally did that a couple of times where the embellishments would stick up off the side of that page. It made it just feel like it came a little bit more to life there. I'm just kind of playing around. I'm not quite sure what I want to use at this point with the embellishments. Like you can see me moving that title around. Sometimes I just kind of move it and look at it a different way, and this, that, and the other thing. I just kind of play around with it a bit. I decided I wanted a couple more florals from that sheet, so I am going to fussy cut out. First, I'm going to fussy cut out this single blue flower, and I do leave this process in just in case you're unsure what fussy cutting is. If you've never heard that term before, it just simply means that you are going to cut around different shapes or cut them out of paper and then use them as embellishments. So whenever you hear someone say fussy cutting, that's what they're talking about doing. So I just cut out that one singular flower, and I'm using my fingernails to scuff up the edges again and kind of curl up the edges of the flower to make it look a little more realistic. And it's going to sit somewhere around that corner of the photo to kind of cover up where those photos overlap. And then I went ahead off camera and I fussy cut out another tiny cluster of flowers that I'm going to stick along that side of the bottom photo there on the right hand. And in a second, see, I'm still playing around. I'm kind of not really sure what I want, but I don't really like that flower there, so I'm just going to set that aside and I'll use that on a different layout. I am going to go ahead here. I won't make you watch me, but I'm going to fussy cut out this like a sprig of leaves that I could put up with that flower. So oops, excuse my head there. I'm going ahead and I'm going to glue down this one corner. It wanted to stick up a little bit, and then I'm going to glue in the little sprig of leaves here so that it kind of bridges that gap that I left there when I moved the flower down just a little bit. And I like how that looks. It feels really dimensional and textury on this page, so I enjoy that, and I think it turned out really cute. So I wanted to use this So Cute there in the little journaling section on what used to be that banner, and so I'm going to stick that there in the center of that. And what do I got? Oh, I've got a little black heart. Because there was a little black writing on this So Cute and the Happy Girl, I decided I wanted to put a little bit more black on there, so I grabbed that little black heart. Here I am playing with that happy sticker again. I really like that and I want to use it, but it felt like it was getting a little bit lost against that pink. So what I did was I stuck it onto the floral paper, and I just kind of left a thin border around it. It's hard to see in the video, but I left a thin border around it in that blue color, and that helps it to stand out a little bit more against the pink paper. So I like how that turned out. And so there's my little scrapbook page title. It just says happy there, and I think that's really cute. This is a little ephemera, and it actually says cute vintage ink on it, and it looks like the distress oxides or the distress ink pads that we all use. I thought it was really cute, and I wanted to include that on the page because I do want it to look crafty also. This kit was a crafty kit, and I loved the title, Create a Life You Love. And so I did put a few little pieces of scrapbooking type ephemera in there just because I thought it was a cute little pun there. I liked it. And so I've got that little ink. I keep putting that little tape dispenser there and removing it and putting it there and removing it. You'll see me do that a few times. I do like it there. It will end up staying, but I move them a couple times. Down there on the bottom of the right-hand photo, I just stuck another puffy sticker, and it's a button. So that's what that is. I think I just placed another paper button up there by the stamp pad. And now here I've got another fishtail banner that I am going to stick kind of behind the photo, and just to give it a little bit more dimension and interest as well, because I really don't have anything up around that photo. So I decided to stick this fishtail banner in there, or this banner. I like it. I think it looks cute up there. All right, so there's that tape dispenser again. I think now I'm finally deciding that, yep, I'm gonna put him up there. I just think he looked so cute, and I liked the addition of the green and blue, the greenish blue or aqua blue or whatever color this is on here. I liked the addition of that because we do have kind of a lot of pink going on. So I like to put some of the other colors up there as much as I can, and I think it looks cute back there behind that. Put a little dimensional adhesive back there, adhesive foam, so that he sticks up just a little bit and adds a little bit of interest and dimension. We also have some of the adhesive brads, and I am going to stick a couple of these up here. This one that I have right now says So Happy, but it is spelled S-E-W, and I think that's super cute. And then I'm going to put another one on the other side, and it just has like a blue grid and a white stripe and a blue stripe, and I put that as the center of the pink flower on the other side. So I'm going ahead here, and I'm just kind of moving all of this stuff, and I decided I wanted to put some sequins in. So I grabbed my Spiegel Mom scraps, and I have 3 different sequin mixes that I'm going to put, and I just grabbed them, the ones that seem to match the colors in the rainbow just well enough, and I'm putting just kind of a cluster of sequins inside the hearts. What you see me doing here is I'm just kind of pushing them into the glue just so that whatever sticks, and whatever doesn't stick will fall off. So I've seen some people use this technique. Scrappy Kathy likes to do this a lot, and I think it's super cute. And so I was like, hey, this would be the perfect layout to do this on. I had originally wanted to put some heart-shaped flare that I just recently purchased in there, but they didn't quite fit inside these hearts. They were a little different shape of heart, so they didn't work. So I decided to go with the sequins instead from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And I really like how it turned out. I think it's really cute. I hadn't really done this technique before. I may have done it once, but I haven't done it very often. So I was a little bit fumbling around here. On that bottom heart, I was picking out these deep purple sequins because they just didn't match with what I had in that rainbow. I only have yellow and pinks, and so I was removing the purple. So if you see me being kind of picky with that one, that's all I was doing there. The other ones I left whatever fell in it because most of the colors matched pretty well, but just that purple didn't go. So I picked them all out. And here I walked away for a bit and I let it dry, and then I shook it off, and this is how it ended up. I think it turned out really cute. But now, of course, since I added some sequins down there, now I have to add some sequins to my little scrapbook pages up here. I did get to use my cool little sticky tool that I just got from Peace Love Craft or Peace Craft Love. I'm sorry, I can't remember how that goes. I think it's Peace Craft Love. And I just got this little sticky tool. It sticks to the sequins and it enables you to put them on a little easier. Love it. This is my first time using it, so I'm a little fumbly because I'm not used to it. But I'm just going to go around these two scrapbook pages up there, and I'm going to just add a sprinkle of sequins. There, I'm done at the end of it. So there's some over on the right hand side as well, some by the big floral cluster, and then some up on the top by the tape dispenser. And then a couple of clusters of them on the other page as well. So at the end here, we are just about to the end. I'm just going to add some splatters. I'm going to add two different color splatters. The first is white. And I just felt like with the craft paper on the back, I felt like we needed a little more white on the background because the outline of my cut file is all white. So I thought just a little bit of white sprinkles around the page would look nice. So I just diluted some white acrylic paint and then splattered that all around. It's in each of the clusters and all around the title. And now I'm coming in with some Shimmerz, and this is called I Love You Onyxly, and it's this really sparkly black Shimmerz paint, and when it dries it's all sparkly and shiny and beautiful. And I put those first and foremost just in the clusters, and then I liked it so much I went around and I added some black sprinkles kind of to the craft paper. There I go, right there. I just liked bringing that black out too, because I have a few sections of a few little areas of black, and I wanted to pull that out and kind of tie it all in together. So I sprinkled it nicely along the cut file and then all along the rest of the page. So that is this page complete. I hope you all enjoyed watching it. I did realize I'm going to give a shout out here to Shannon Allure, who is She's Crafty 20. I realized after I had finished this page that I remembered her making a page with the same cut file. So I went and looked her page up, and she used the exact same papers in the exact same way that I did. So Shannon, you must have been at the back of my mind when I made this page. And so I thank you for the inspiration. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I hope you subscribe to watch some more. See y'all next time. Bye for now.